Macmillan Audio presents The Sea Elephants, written by Shastri Akella, narrated by Vikas Adam. Part 1, 1989 to 1990. Arrival. My father left the country the year my sisters were born. He returned 6 months after I watched them drown in the Bay of Bengal. My sister's funeral dinner was scheduled to coincide with the day of his arrival. Some relatives came over that morning to participate in the ritual. When I got back home from school, I found them sitting cross-legged in the foyer. 15 women, the henna on each left palm drying to a russet circle of mangoes and leaves. The air tingled with excitement. And I understood. My father was here. At dusk, we all filed into our backyard. I was still in my school uniform. We formed a circle around a priest. He read aloud a Ganesha hymn, and we chanted after him. We sat down cross-legged. In front of each of us was a banana leaf that held a heap of lemon rice surrounded by small pools of lentils, aloo gobi, mango chutney, and yogurt. We started eating in the light of paper lanterns that ran from Ma's window past the well to the outhouse, their amber bellies glimmering against the slowly darkening sky. The lighthouse on the banks of the Bay of Bengal swept its illuminated arm across the evening at 9-second intervals. I avoided looking at my parents. The priest stood in our midst and watched us eat. He rubbed his pot belly and grinned at anyone who made eye contact with him. I didn't want to be grinned at. I certainly didn't want to grin back, so I looked away from him as well. Suddenly, Ma called out my name. "Shagun, where are you?" The conversations around us were suspended. "Shagun," she called again. The woman to my left hollered, "Your son's here." Ma dropped her head a little, leveled her eyes with mine, and asked, "Why won't you respond when I call you son?" I cupped a palm around my ear and leaned toward her. "This is your father," Ma announced. That was how, at the age of 16, I met the man who made me. His face was owlish, his hair salt and pepper. He had the build of a banyan. He dwarfed Ma, who sat next to him. Some guests started to clap their hands to their thighs. All their bangles jingled. Ma swept an arm my way and said to my father, "Your son. A Mathur, obviously." Laughter spilled from everyone's mouths. And some food. The conversations around us resumed. Ma kept shaking her head to brush aside the 2 locks of hair that kept falling onto her forehead. He blushed when he tucked them behind her ear, and my neck went hot. After dinner, an aunt took me up the stairs and to my father. He was sitting on my mother's bed. I clasped my hands and stood before him, with my head bowed. Hi, look at him," she said. "Feeling nervous to meet Daddy? That's so cute." She laughed and clapped the back of my head. She closed the door as she left. "You're not to call me that," my father said. My throat ached. I wanted to gulp down a bottle of water. "No daddy-papa business. You'll call me Pitaji," he said. "Now come here." He held my head in cupped palms. He thumbed my eyebrows, ran a knuckle down my cheek, turned me around, placed his palm on my back, turned me again. He